If you're watching this video, you realize you wanted to be an influencer. You have no idea where to begin. Tip number 1, you need to get out of your head. The reason you are not an influencer right now is because you keep coming up with every excuse in the book. The reason you're not starting is not because you don't have the right tools. It's because you don't have the guts to do so. Just start. You never know what's going to blow up. Every creator will tell you the videos that they least expected to blow up are the ones that become the most popular. You can't expect to become a successful influencer if you never even start. How are you supposed to get your first paid brand deal if you've never posted a video? Come on now. Step number 2. I really don't even care what your niche is. The bare minimum tool that you need, aside from a phone camera, is a tripod. And there is no excuse for this. Tripods are extremely cheap on Amazon. I can literally link a few options for you guys if you'd like me to. I'm filming this video right now on a tripod. I film all of my TikToks on a tripod. I take all of my Instagram photos on a tripod. It makes content creation so much easier for you because you're not always going to have somebody to take your pictures, to help you get the right angles for your reel. You know who always gets my best angles? This tripod. If you want to invest in a more expensive one, I can link mine to, I want to say it was around like 50 or 60 bucks. But before that, I had the little cheap Amazon ones. I will say mine kept breaking though, so that's why I was like, okay. Either I'm just like having a real huge user error every time I get the cheaper ones, or this is super high quality. You're not always going to have some videographer following you around. If you do, more power to you. Most of us don't have that on call. So get your tripod for 30 bucks on Amazon, get it sent to where you live, pick it up, put your phone in it, put your camera in it, whatever resource you have, and start making content. Moving on. Tip number 3. This one I feel like is starting to become a little bit more controversial. I want you to pick a niche. And that doesn't mean that, being yourself can't be my niche. It can, but you have to get really clear on what your goals are with this and why exactly you're doing this in the first place. For me, yes, I want my personality to come through in all of my content, and I still make sure to do that. But my main niche on Instagram and TikTok is still primarily fashion, mixed in with some LGBT content. Picking a niche is what helped me grow so fast. That doesn't mean that you can't make a bunch of videos of you having like random rants and stuff and saying all of your hot takes and stuff, and that still be very real, and then your personality become your niche, and it is what it is. But even the creators that have done that, they still kind of have a niche. Like, I can think of one off the top of my head. There's this girl on TikTok named Aaliyah. I don't know if you've seen her now. She's dark skinned. She wears like this super cute, like, she even has an entire like name for her style now. She got her start by just posting whatever was in her brain like 6 or 7 times a day on TikTok. But do you know what? What do we know her for? Fashion. So say your opinions. Let people see your personality. Yes, but overall, there is that thing that you probably want to be known for. There's probably that thing that you feel so passionate about. It's ultimately gonna help you grow the more you just kind of narrow in on that, at least to start. For me, it was fashion. I knew I was gonna want to work with fashion brands. I love showing my outfits because I just stuck to fashion, mixed with a little LGBT content. It was so easy to cultivate a following who was into the exact same things that I was, and was even a part of my queer community. So after you pick your niche, you need to post a lot. Like, I know that sounds so overwhelming with everyone telling you post 3 times a day, post 4 times a day. They're kind of right. That doesn't mean you have to post 4 times a day for the rest of your life. But on the one hand, if we're talking about short form content, it really doesn't take that long to make a TikTok, guys. We're being very honest, you know? I know we all have different levels of editing and different levels of skills, but if you're starting out, more than likely you're probably not doing anything that complex. And if you are, great, do that, but then also do 2 TikToks along with that are not as complex, so you can put out more numbers, because when you first start out, you're gonna suck. And that doesn't mean you're gonna be like the worst content creator ever, but the content creator you are day one is a worlds different from the content creator you're gonna be a few months in. You're going to realize your angles, you're going to realize your formats, you're going to understand your hooks, you're going to understand audience retention, you're going to understand yourself more as a creator too. Because when you're first posting, it's almost like you're figuring out exactly who you are all over again. You're kind of rediscovering yourself. So it is so crucial that you are posting as much as humanly possible. Whether that be 1 time a day, but I recommend 3 just to start if we're talking about short form content, because you guys can do it. Like, even if it's just little trending sounds, just to start off, and then you can also always repurpose your content. I make my TikToks and then I repurpose them on Instagram. I also do some content just for Instagram, but never be afraid to take one piece of content and then spread it across all of your social channels. It has been so instrumental in my growth. Post a lot. You need the practice. It's going to work in your favor, and you never know what's going to go viral. So the next thing you want to do is, you've been posting a lot. Maybe you're getting some traction. Maybe you're getting some followers. You're growing a little bit. And now you're going to want to set your rates. This is very important. You are ultimately working towards a career. Maybe you're not. Maybe this is a hobby for you, but if that's the case, I'm not really sure that this video is for you. This is a career. You deserve to be paid for the content you're creating, for your creativity, for your time, for your effort, for your community that you've cultivated and spent time nurturing. Now, I'm no expert on setting exactly what your rates are depending on your engagement, your follower count, your types of content, the quality of your video, the software you use, all types of things. It's a lot of factors that go into it, so you can look up tons of different videos on how you should set your rates, or you can get somebody to help you do them. I literally hired someone to help me figure out what my rates are. I maybe paid her about $400 and I made over double that in 1 month. So it's all up to you. Like, don't be afraid to invest in what you're doing too. If you're in a position to do that, please do so. And if not, there's always tons of free content on YouTube. It might take a little longer, but you can always figure out how to set your rates. And then that'll give you a great foundation for when brands ultimately reach out to you or you reach out to them. So now that we've set our rates, we gotta rip this band-aid off, guys. We have to go out and pitch brands. This is the part that I feel like gets a lot of people caught up. It got me caught up for so long because I kept saying, I don't think I have enough followers to pitch to brands yet. I don't think I'm good enough. I needed this phone. I need this. There were just so many excuses that I was telling myself instead of addressing the actual problem, which was just that I had imposter syndrome. Truly just didn't feel like I was an influencer. So I wasn't going to go out and ask people for money. For me, that seemed crazy, especially if nobody has gifted you anything or you've gotten no giftings or anything from brands. It seems really ballsy to just go out and kind of say, hey, I want $200 for this video, this 15-second TikTok. Thank you. You have to just punch fear in the face, and you have to go out there and you have to reach out to brands. Reach out to as many as you can, but don't be random. Don't just reach out to whatever brand ever. You need to stay true to your brand, your personal branding, and who you are as a creator. So if you are a sustainable clothing creator, why on earth would you reach out and accept a brand deal from Shein? That makes no sense. Like, you have to get really clear on the kinds of brands that you want to align yourself with. And then stay down that path. Don't just start saying yes to everything. In the long run, you need to really, even in the short term actually, even when you're accepting giftings, don't say yes to everybody. For me, as someone whose niche has nothing to do with health or nutrition or diet, really, it's kind of very random for me to post a TikTok about fiber bars. So just make sure that whatever brands you're reaching out to, they're aligned with who you are. Once you decide that this is something you want to do, seriously, keep going. Put your head down. Look forward. Keep going. Do not start regretting it. Do not start saying, oh my God, I wish I just got a job. Do I look stupid? Now, if you really just want to do something else and you want to be in a more typical career, or this just isn't the passion you thought it was, by all means, please move on to something that truly does kindle joy. But if this is something you know in your heart you would regret if you did not give 200% to, then you need to keep going. You cannot just give up. As soon as you see that it's been months and your videos aren't getting more than 200 views, 100 views, whatever it is, stop looking at the views. Keep your head down. Be creative. Don't second guess yourself, because other people are going to look at you crazy. They are. Literally everyone is going to look at you crazy. And that brings me into my next point. Please, 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 don't let others make you feel insecure about what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know how lucrative this industry is. And if you don't, Google literally any statistic. Google how much your favorite influencer makes, and tell me that it's not worth it. Tell me that it's not worth it when you get to work with all of your favorite brands. You get to go on brand trips. You get to meet super cool, creative people who are just flowing, and they just have this abundant energy that you just want to be around. It's infectious. They're setting their own schedules. Everything is great. And that's all because they post little videos and take pictures online. I cannot tell you how many times people would laugh at me when I would go, oh, I'm going to make some TikToks, or oh, I'm going to take some pictures. Kayla's making her little TikToks. She's making her little reels. Kayla's making money from those reels now. Kayla's getting paid by some of your favorite brands to make those reels. And soon Kayla will be full-time making those reels. So, make your little stupid videos, and don't let anybody make you feel weird for chasing your dreams, for choosing a different path, because you are going to have the last laugh. I guarantee it. This one I feel like is super duper important, and you guys know I always have to tie it back into manifestation because that is a really big, really big belief of mine, that we are always manifesting all the time, even if we believe it or not. When you are trying to become an influencer, it is so important that you are creating and you are putting out content and you are interacting and you are doing all of this from heart energy. There is a wonderful group of women that I listen to all the time. They have this beautiful podcast called Spiraling Higher. There is a woman on there named Gina and another one named Samantha, and they had this episode recently, and they were talking about the difference between ego-based manifestations and soul-based manifestations. So right now you are manifesting that you are going to become an influencer. You are going to be able to work with the brands you love. You are going to have control of your own schedule. You are going to grow 10,000 followers. You're going to have your first brand deal, your first gifting, whatever it is. If you are manifesting that from the energy of, I just want 10,000 followers so I can flip one off to everyone that I know from high school or from middle school, you are really coming from the wrong energy. But if you are saying, I would love to grow a loving and fulfilling community of people who feel inspired by the things I do, I would love to create things because I love to simply create. I would love to share my outfits with the world, my knowledge with the world, my fitness routine with the world, because I want to be of service, because I truly love what I'm doing and I have a passion for it. That is the energy that is going to get you what you want. When I started a new Instagram and I got to 10,000 followers in 1 month, it was purely because I was doing things from my soul. I was not worried about numbers, about metrics. I was just posting. I was just posting what felt good. I was posting what my dream community would resonate with. I was posting what I knew people who resonated with me would love because I saw the value in myself. Furthermore, I was just reposting content from my TikTok. But the thing is, I knew that I didn't need to be a certain way. I didn't need to have anything. I just needed to be, and I needed to share who I truly am with the internet, and I knew that my people would find me. And for that reason alone, I was able to grow that, and now I'm able to make money doing what I love. As long as you continue with that soul-based manifestation energy, everything's gonna line up for you. And in no time, you'll be getting your first gifting, your first brand deal, making your first $1,000, and I am honestly so excited for you. As always, I'm so thankful for my community. Subscribe if this video was helpful. Bye.